Hello Virgo, welcome back to my tarot nook. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope everyone is doing wonderful and amazing. If you're new to the channel, a huge welcome to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do variety style readings. You can check my playlists if you would like. And essentially all my readings are general, so please use discernment to, work with what resonates for you and let go of the rest. If the reading doesn't resonate, you're always welcome to check your other placements, so keep that in mind. Also, this is a safe space for everyone, so everyone's welcome here, including cross-watchers. Speaking of which, cross-watchers, for this reading, we're going to check in to see here what your current feelings are towards Virgo and what your next moves are going to be for Virgo. So Virgo, this reading is going to be for your Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, where I'll check in with your person's current feelings towards you and the relationship and the situation and what their next moves may be. Okay, so as always, Virgo, I always try to make sure I start by opening a card specifically for you, a message from the universe, something you need to focus on or pay attention to. It could relate to your situation or what might happen with this situation or something specifically for you. And I also usually close the reading with a card of self-love, self-healing for you. Okay, so what the universe right now and your spirit guides want you to know, and your angels, okay, is to take a moment. Okay, so essentially here, we have stop. Now is not the time to rush into a decision you're about to make, Virgo. So be very mindful and careful and allow yourself that pause and take that moment, okay? So before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause. I should have kept reading. Take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask yourself, you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. I love you guys so much. So thank you for accepting me for who I am, Virgo, because I am a very unique person, I guess. All right. So Virgo, take a moment to not let people rush you, pressure you, stress you, or cause you to make a decision or act on something that you may end up, having to either regret or have to pick up the pieces after. It's super important to keep that in mind for your well-being as well, Virgo, because, I feel for a lot of you here, you're going through a lot of transformation, whether for some of you you're aware of it, some of you, others of you may not be. Or for some of you, the realization is starting to kind of creep in because, you're noticing yourself growing, changing, and evolving. So as those things happen, sometimes we pull apart from somebody or we grow closer to that somebody or a different person. And so, because this is a love reading, there could be some type of change that you're kind of going through in the normal people around you in general, or even in a relationship, are having to adjust to that. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. Let's pull a romance angel message for you. Ooh, attraction. All right, so you attract you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there's an attraction here, Virgo. Somebody, you could be attracted to somebody strongly. Somebody could be strongly attracted to you. Like I said, you may know or not know for some of you, or you may be aware or not aware. It could literally be like something that is in the works and it's kind of being seeded even, for some of you. Others of you, the awareness is there, but the attraction is strong. So this energy that we're dealing with is somebody that, I feel like you both find each other attractive. You're drawn to each other, strongly here, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and tap into the tarot and see what's going on with them here now, Virgo. So from here on out, this reading is for your person, Virgo. All right. Or it's about your person, I should say. Okay, so it's basically checking in to see where things are with them towards you, current feelings, next moves, where they're at overall, what's in their way. Ooh, the Judgment card. All right. So we have the Judgment cards here. Devil. Okay. Wow. Why don't we just start strong now? Don't make it too easy. Wow, the Hierophant. Okay, so 3 major arcanas here. There's some serious feelings and thoughts in here, and we're gonna dig in. One moment, please. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay, and then we have the Fool with the Four of Pentacles. Overall is a Three of Wands. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, Virgo. I feel like this person may have separated from you at some point, or currently you may not be necessarily in a like a a committed relationship, or a relationship that has a status of exclusive. Okay. And it's just because there's playfulness, all right? And I don't feel like the playfulness is negative. I feel like there's just a lot of respect. And just so essentially you're attracted to one another. That's not a problem. That's not an issue. But sometimes it's just kind of like there's a singular path that's being taken, okay? I think there's just a lot of self-respect here in that sense, because I feel like for a lot of you, I don't feel like you're wanting to set certain expectations to a certain degree, because remember, we're taking a moment, okay? We're taking that like pause. So I feel like for a lot of you, you may be aware of that because you're a Virgo and you're an introvert anyway. And so kind of pulling in a little bit deeper, having your space is always important, okay? But here we're looking at something where, you know, you're looking ahead for yourself, okay? So overall, I feel like you and this energy, you're both, you have the flames and the fat passion, but you can both be on your own individuals as well, all right? So that's kind of the vibe that I'm coming in with this, with the bottom of the deck. But let's jump in here and see what's going on with them. The Judgment card's on their mind. I feel like there could be, again, there's a sense of renewal to be desired. This is somebody that could be critical of themselves sometimes, or just make snappy judgments at times and do things that can cause a lot of shakeups for no reason. Keep the boats rocking, so to speak, unnecessarily. So it ends up causing, like, it provokes reactions all the time. It causes kind of like unnecessary, um, up, I don't want to use the word upheaval, but it causes like unnecessary, um, energy, like bad vibes sometimes, all right? I feel like, essentially this person could have an energy around them, or they could be around a group of people that kind of talk bad about you or about the connection. Um, but it doesn't feel like, they don't come from a place, it comes more from like gossip versus like interest to kind of cause problems, okay? I do feel like for a lot of you, you feel like whenever you're with this energy, they can maybe feel like make things feel a little judgy, or maybe they see you as somebody that's too judgy or hard to please. Whatever it is here, there's just kind of a setup where this person really wants to kind of redeem themselves, fix something, heal something, correct their ways, stop doing this, do less of that, something like that. They're really thinking about that. That's kind of where their vibe is right now at this time, okay? I feel like their current desires here, they're the attractions here, but there's an addiction too. It's like they're addicted to either a lifestyle or habits, or just being around you or with you. This is somebody that kind of has secret obsessions, I feel. But for a lot of you, this person maybe kind of wants to be around all the time because they worry that there could be an energy that can kind of maybe feel a little too attractive to you or something, or they could be like, they almost don't want you to cheat, or they worry that you're going to cheat even if you do or don't. It's like it's something that they kind of obsessively think about, okay? And the reason I say that, it's because it's in a spot here where, their desire is to constantly be with you and to be around you. Okay. It's almost like there's no freedom, but they're also dealing with jealousy and envy, because this card could be very envious card. And it could, like, deceptions could happen. And so it's kind of like a constant. I feel like for a lot of you, the desire here is to kind of have clarity, and kind of, you know, have the freedom that's going to allow the relationship to thrive, but not the freedom that can allow cheating to happen. So it's kind of, they what they want is, because it's the devil, is kind of a negative in the sense that it kind of feels like the connection is trapped. Okay, it's like trapped. It's like there's no escape. But wow, look at this spatula and everything. Yeah, so this energy really kind of just wants things their way. And I don't want to say controlling, it's just kind of obsessive. And it's coming from a place of love, but not like the crazy obsession. We're not there. This is not about that. This is more the idea of wanting to be around you is just constant, and it comes across as obsessive. Now, here's the thing. There's an energy though that can kind of be a little kind of what's the word? Punishing, okay? Or somebody that wants to give and take and restrict how much love they want to give and when they want to give it. And there's a lot of like restrictions here with the Saturn card, with the Saturn energy. And it makes things hard to see, it makes you guys have a hard time seeing things eye to eye. All right. And so again, with this devil, that's the devil. That's the devil playing, and it's ruled by Saturn, and it's a Capricorn card. So it's just kind of, there's a lot of extra, okay? And in this sense, it just kind of, the desire kind of bleeds into an obsession, okay? Now, the Hierophant here, this is a Taurus card. We're moving along. Earth, we're still, in the Earth sphere. Well, this was a fire card, though, the Judgment card. With the Hierophant, they want commitment. They do know what they want. They do. My question usually for this side is, do they know what they want, or are they just kind of distracted right now? They're not distracted. They want commitment, okay? They have very traditional values. And so it almost comes across like they want you to conform. And I don't know if it's a sign of controlling, or if it's just the design of the situation because of the obsessions and maybe the insecurities. All right, the binding. So but the attraction's there. So it's not like, like Noah's. There's no like, what's that movie by? Oh, I can't even think of the movie right now. Misery. It's an old movie. With Kathy Bates and James. I don't know. But anyways, like she locks him up and like won't let him go nowhere. No, none of that. None of that. That's not the kind of obsession. But the obsession is they'd like to keep you to themselves, okay? And I feel like they're very, very committed to that idea of things. Some of you, this person could be a little religious or could just have cultural values that kind of drive their day to day. And so they have like cultural rituals and things. Others of you, this is somebody that just kind of already knows what they want, period, and they want to level up the relationship. Okay, so and it could be a combination of everything here, all right? But they don't want to make waves. They don't want to upset you. They don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. They're not trying to be weird about it. It's just they really are so honest about it that it's at the highest level of like who they are. And they're showing up as a Taurus here, Taurus main card. But this card reduces it. It comes from the Temperance, okay? So, and the only reason I say that is the Temperance is really aligns with harmony and balance. So, you guys could literally be opposites, but there's a blend. Something. There's a magnetic attraction that makes it work, okay? Now, with the Page of Swords, in terms of challenges or frustrations, or things that maybe they need to be, focused on, the page comes across as they can be a little kind of confrontational, all right? Or like this is an energy that like would like to share messages with you and confront and ask questions. And when I say confront, it's not mean a fight, but they're not gonna like cut through the corners. They don't want you. They'd rather just ask because that's the question that they have, all right? And the reason I say this is because with the Page of Swords, this is somebody again that is kind of in a place where they know what they want, okay? They know what they want in life, or they think, in terms of what matters the most to them in life. But they're also new at this or young. So the page is the youngest in the suit. Sometimes they say it's immature or young love. No, but in the sense of like an upgrade, this person is still new to a lot of things. So their perspective is what they have and what they're going through. And because of that, there could be a lot of confusion sometimes, and it could lead to arguing and fighting or just misunderstandings. But they're not coming from a bad place, all right? I do feel like this person does keep tabs on you though. So I don't know if you have friends in common. But again, I feel like this is somebody that does, check on you and see what you're up to, kind of would like to know what's going on. Like if they don't get an answer from you, they don't have a problem like checking up and seeing what's going on. So, um, yeah, this is somebody that, and when I was talking about like young or young in a sense of an experience or lack an experience or have more of one experience than the other, it really lines up to kind of eager to learn, to do the right thing or fix it or to remove obstacles. So all of this here is really aligned to what they want with you. And that's why it's super okay for you to take a moment, okay, as an expression goes, to make sure that you're okay with all of this. Because with Virgos, again, this whole introspective mindset, it ends up kind of blocking a lot. So where you might want to have a conversation, you may end up choosing not to because you don't want to kind of give out a lot of um, insight. Okay. Now the Ten of Swords, what are some of the things that they're doing to fix this Page of Swords where they're keeping tabs on you and they want to check you or kind of, reach out and message you and they're thinking, they kind of act on, not impulse, but they act on their idea right away. But it's not impulsive because we're not dealing with wands. This is somebody that I feel like in the past may have had like issues or kind of not just insecurities, but um, challenges. Okay, challenges where things they weren't necessarily kind outcomes for them. So they're guarded in that sense. Okay, and the judging. That's why it's kind of comes across like sometimes they can be very judging or too assuming of one thing and not the other. All right. But I feel like with the Ten of Swords, I mean, it's still a sword. I feel like this is somebody that feels defeated, okay? So I feel like what they're trying to do this time or to fix things is not to feel betrayed. And they'd rather ask for understanding, clarity, communication, badger it, badger it, badger it, badger it, so that they can really get the answers because they would rather not be betrayed or hurt again or backstabbed, okay? This is somebody I feel like that's absolutely not wanting to get hurt. Um, and in the sense of, where you come into play, like we have the three of cups actually is interestingly up there. So where things, they don't mind being playful or this the three, I mean, it's the Ten of Swords, but the Three of Cups for me kind of pulls me right back into the whole communicating and making sure that they're doing things right and just making sure things are happy and emotionally like aligned, so for them there's just a lot of that going on, but they definitely don't want to be backstabbed. So I feel like, to fix their like obsession. Um, oh my gosh. Wow. I feel like, this is somebody that kind of lingers around so that, oh my gosh. Um, this is somebody that wants you to like think of things and change or think of things and like change your belief or understanding, just not to make them happy or to take from your value, but it's just so that for you to see the benefit in something. So it's almost like if you're stuck by saying no, I don't want to see this way, they want you to see it from like the benefit of it versus accepting it, like, so it just kind of comes across like this person really, has been hurt in the past or stabbed, backstabbed, so to speak, lied to, deceived, and so they really walk around carrying those swords still, those open wounds, okay? So they kind of hurt and they actually it could explain like their obsessions because I mean it's all over here, but the commitment that they want isn't something that where they want to be married, but they want a commitment from you here. So it's not like, but they don't want to make waves, they're coming from a higher place, but they still have some learning to do, okay? So the Fool here, I feel like, well, what's hidden or what their fears are or hopes are, it's all literally makes sense here. It's with the Fool. They want a new beginning. They worry that, um, things from the past will continue to kind of repeat or kind of kind of put things like on repeat in the past versus they want something fresh and new. And I feel like for a lot of you, they don't care where the journey goes. I feel like they just want to go with you. They want to prove to you their loyalty. There's certainly, an essence here where they feel like, they're super happy when they're around you. I feel like for a lot of you, this energy really, really just likes to have the truth be the driving, pillar or foundation for a lot of, for the relationship. And they like things to be very open and honest. Okay, I feel like this person sometimes just has a hard time communicating. um but ultimately I feel like they can be fickle too. They know that, like, they can be, kind of, sometimes they can't like back up what they're saying they can do and stuff like that. So it's not like, they're not coming at you like you must do what they say. They're not from that place. They're in a place that they're so into you, or so obsessed with you, or in love with you, whatever the category. And I'm saying this all in like in a good way. Nothing psychotic or crazy at all. But they come from such a place that they cannot contain themselves, all right? But sometimes there's a commitment that's lacking, because there's actual responsibilities, I feel like, in that sense, where it just shows that, like, they're not ready. And I feel like they know that. And I feel like they worry about that because they know they're not ready to take things deeper and further. So they just want to go on this adventure with you here and kind of, figure it out together and see where it goes. But they want to be a part of that with you versus, kind of doing it on their own. That's not what they want. The desire is to be with you. So the Four of Pentacles here, I feel like their next moves towards you, or in general towards the relationship, they want to stabilize things. I'm telling you, this is somebody, there is control. There's some control issues here. The controlling is showing, I mean, we have a lot of earth energy, okay? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But the Four of Pentacles, I feel like, it's, again, this is a card of like vibrancy, in the sense of a new day, hope on the horizon. A lot of you, this person is very forgiving. So whenever the damage is done, normally they can get past that and kind of like either learn from it or just kind of, move on from it. But for others of you, this energy really is in a place where they just really are looking towards a new, like, hopeful beginning with you here. Something that ends a negative cycle. I feel like because this card is associated with the sun, the Four of Pentacles, and it brings in a lot of vibrancy in that sense. I feel like their next move here is to talk to you about, they just don't want to feel isolated, but they also don't want you to isolate. So isolation keeps coming up here a lot. But I feel like this is somebody that really just wants to put down some type of roots with you or grow something with you. They feel like there's a stinginess about that, and somebody is really holding and being guarded about it. But at the same time, this is somebody that is selfish when it comes to you. They're really selfish for your time. They really like they really do like you. It's crazy. This is somebody that desires long-term security with you, and just kind of having a stable connection here. And currently, I feel like they feel left out. So I feel like their next moves is they're going to be kind of, be open about it. Like, I feel like even when you guys are separated, or, if you can be alone or have like your time apart, it just all comes back to, the fact that they don't mind trying, but they also know that, that they do feel like sometimes it's a one way thing. So I feel like the biggest thing for them is to kind of get over that, to where they can understand that, time apart, like if there's isolation going on or somebody's like taking the time out, that it's not like personal. But this is somebody that wants a new, like a fresh, this is a new beginning. So something new and change, like different. Not to change who you are, to change who they are. It's just different. They want it to be different. Something like they have that happy, kind of optimistic, positive mindset to getting things to be different. Okay, so they want something new and different, but with you. Okay, so that way it's not always the same, or whatever it is that's going on. So let's see what the oracles want to tell us. These messages could be about you or them or your situation. I'm just going to pull one oracle from this deck. We have values. We have too many differences. So I feel like values and too many differences. I don't know about that, but I do feel like, to give the card its value. There are differences, and that's where the struggle comes in. Okay, because if there weren't differences, things may not be constantly being looked at in an obsessive way. So there are differences and there are insecurities here, and that's kind of causing problems. I feel like the biggest message here, is again, respecting each other's place and values is also a factor here. And I feel like the Hierophant knows that, and because they also come from a very traditional place themselves. So Again, this is somebody that's very respectful in that sense. Or at least I want to say mindful. All right. Let's see what else is showing up. So I want to feel that way again. So Virgo, I feel like this person really wants to kind of go back into in time with you, or back into a place where things were really, really great. And I feel like their idea here is to propose. I was going to say offer a proposal. But I feel like they would want to propose that idea of something, like I said, something new but different with you. Just to kind of have the idea to feel that way again. They want to have, I feel like they want to they want to feel like they have a claim on you. Yeah, like an exclusivity, but it's just it's just they want to feel that way again. They want to feel like if some of you, this person may feel like they lost their place with you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that was crooked the whole time. Anyways, so that's what I have for you right now, Virgo. Thank you so much for your time. Let me know what's going on with you and if this reading resonated. Also, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And when I say comment, you can always let me know how you're doing, or you can type the word confidence to claim this reading. All right. Also, let me know you stayed with me till the very end. And so your word is confidence, and your message is no one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. I just want to remind you that I did say I usually start by having a message for you to focus about yourself or your situation, and a message of self-love, self-healing to close this reading. So don't forget to take a moment, and also the confidence. No one will believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. So when times are rough and low and you're feeling low, have the confidence to believe in yourself. My beautiful Virgos, I love you all so much. Thank you for your time. Bye.